the WNBA has made certain concessions to the players, right? They got a month off to go to the Olympics. Okay.
Mike.
They got private planes now. Okay. But you know what's coming. You know what's coming. The more somebody is given now, the more they want. And there's a little insufferable Connecticut Sun guard named DiJonai Carrington. And she's a complete pain in the ass. Not in a good way either. I guess maybe there are people in the Carrington family that wake up and go, we want to watch DiJonai go play basketball. And maybe there are some Connecticut Sun fans that say, we want to watch DiJonai play basketball. But for 27 years, players like DiJonai have done nothing to grow the WNBA. Okay. But now DiJonai is calling out the WNBA, her league, that's given her an opportunity to be completely incognito, yet make money playing basketball in a great basketball state, which is Connecticut. She's calling the league out for failing to promote, in her mind, the team's historic game before a sellout crowd Tuesday night in the Boston Garden. I'll call it the Boston Garden. It's like the DT or BT or some kind of guard. It's the Boston Garden. Adding that the matchup against the Los Angeles Sparks should have been nationally televised after they headlined in the league's first ever game in the TD Garden. Let's hear from a woman who has absolutely nothing to do with the growth of women's basketball other than bitch, whine, and moan. First, about Caitlin Clark, now about the league not promoting her team. Let's hear.
On a historic event with the Connecticut Sun in Boston for the first game ever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep it real all the time. And I feel like Connecticut as a franchise is historically disrespected. So sometimes, you know, if you want something, you got to go out there and do it yourself. So that's what I did for us. I think that there could have been a lot more publicity or promo from the top, you know. Connecticut had announced that we were having this game probably almost a year ago, maybe. I don't know. Sometime right after last season. So there was ample time to do what needed to be done. But it didn't matter anyway, because they showed up and it was sold out. We got the dub, so I guess my tweet worked. And the game should have been on a national television broadcast. You shouldn't have to pay for any type of subscription to see a game that's this historic, in my opinion. I'm biased, but in my opinion.
Thank you, DJ.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you know, in her opinion, that's fine. But again, what should happen here as you grow the league is everybody should be in unison that the league is doing a great job. The league allowed you, had the foresight to play in the Garden, had the foresight to sell out every ticket in the Garden. And I'm guessing there are a few people that came to see Ms. Carrington. I'm guessing. But here was her tweet about this as well. Since we got to do our own promo, really? I mean, they already had 19,000 before you started promoing. We're playing at the TD Garden tonight, and it's sold out, 19K plus. First W game here, historic, not on TV, but you can catch it right here on Twitter. Well, maybe, just maybe, that's a little insight. If had Caitlin Clark been playing in the Garden, it would have been on NBC or ESPN or ION or wherever, NBA TV. But Ms. Carrington, I got to tell you, you can keep whining, keep bitching, keep moaning, and it ain't going to help. We've heard the whining. We've heard the OG bitching. We've heard it all. And nobody cares. Now, they care about Caitlin Clark. And by her not doing that, by her not complaining, by her just showing up and bawling out, yo, She's become an icon. She's become an international figure. But wait, there's more. The young ladies, America's most immature star, Asia Wilson and Brianna Stewart, they want more time off after the Olympics. Now that there is a potential new union contract. Of course. Of course. They want more time off. The league is smart enough to know, hey, look, we got to be careful because, frankly, the NFL rules the roost. So the NFL season starting is potentially very bad for everybody. It sucks the oxygen out of the room, including with the WNBA. But these women don't care. They're bawling now, yo. I think that even in a non-Olympic year, you think about All-Star. It's like everyone needs some time after the All-Star break. You play 20 games. You play 40 games for crying out loud. 20 before the All-Star break. What the hell? I mean, god dang. Or it's not a break. So trying to kind of push that into the CBA, I think, would be really important, especially follow the Olympics. We've never had an Olympics in a 40-game season, except this year. Jesus. I mean, honest to God. Do you ever hear anything positive out of any woman not named Caitlin Clark? Do you? All you hear is complaining, bitching, whining, moaning. America's most immature MVP, Asia Wilson. I think if it is a chance for us to go to the table and say, hey, we should get more rest time, even if it's just a couple of days. It's crazy to see players play fresh off a plane in a sense. So, yeah, I don't mind asking for that. That's wonderful. Ask away. You should. I mean, the goal of the American worker should be to get paid for not having to work. I mean, you're following your brethren in the NBA. We want to get paid 30, 40, 50 million, but we really don't want to work. 10 games in a row? Are you kidding me? Load management must come in. 3 games in a week? Are you insane? No, I see what you're doing, WNBA. You're following the path. Good for you. Good for you. But while you're doing it, hope and pray. Hope and pray that Caitlin Clark doesn't get hurt. Because the minute she gets hurt, it all goes in the toilet.
Look, we're going to end it right there. And Dan is completely right. And I've been saying this. Watch my segments. If Caitlin Clark gets hurt, it's over. If Caitlin Clark doesn't make it into the postseason, in the playoffs, you kiss that shit goodbye. At the end of the day, there's a reason why national televised games don't include other teams often besides Caitlin Clark. You guys just don't simply move that needle. Whatever it's going to take for you guys to do it, but your fans, Caitlin Clark is not responsible every time they fly to your city to bring out 20,000 people. You guys just show that you could do it. But is that going to be one time? You want us to put your nationalized game with 5,000 people watching? No. This is money, business. There's a reason Caitlin Clark and her games are televised. 1, they're exciting. 2, the viewership. 3, the money. It's like, come on, you guys got to understand how this works. And then it's exactly how Dan is explaining it. Like, you guys want more money, but then you want breaks. And I get it. You're not asking for a huge break, but at the end of the day, you guys are playing a 40-game season. You're not playing an 82-game season like the NBA. It's a 40-game season, 3-4 months, and expecting higher pay. You guys got to do whatever Caitlin Clark is doing, which you're not going to be able to do. That's what it's going to take for your city, your market, your organization, in order for you guys to continue to grow your salary. Don't worry about Caitlin Clark's salary. Caitlin Clark she'll buy the WNBA right now, just so you know. Caitlin Clark is, and the people behind Caitlin Clark, they can get you guys out of the way. Caitlin Clark can go open a league right now and close WNBA. Based off her numbers and everything. Every investor that is involved in the WNBA is looking at Caitlin Clark as a ticket. Not anybody else. Caitlin Clark. So don't ask and look surprised why every game of hers is televised next year and this year. When the Indiana Fever are getting more viewership and more numbers, more insight, views, and everything, more clicks, however you want to go about it, than any other national team ever. Like as currently. They're getting more views in every sport out right now. The Indiana Fever. Now, football obviously is going to come in and take over. We know that. But I understand, and I'm not going to be completely disrespectful to the women's game, but I'm going to say this the most respectfully I can. None of you guys have done what Caitlin Clark has done for the game besides take a job and show up to work. Caitlin Clark pretty much invested into this league, if you think about it. And like I said, I'm going to say it as nicely as possible. You guys are showing up to work, and Caitlin Clark is investing into the league. So I'm going to leave that right there. Don't let that go over your head. Hopefully it doesn't come off too disrespectful. But look, shout out to Dan. I love your takes. I love your show. Shout out to Outkick. I appreciate you guys, man. Welcome to Game Day. I'm going to be back with another video. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Definitely let me know what you guys think about this segment. Definitely want to hear your opinion. But I mean, respectfully so. So your organization should focus on getting you guys national televised game. Has nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. She's not in control of you guys. Your fan base. Worry about that. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one, and we out.